We're going to now move in to chapter 7 titled Neutralizing Errors. Neutralizing errors is vital to high performance, and if you can get this one down, you will have a secret weapon in your back pocket that your peers and competitors likely don't have. So everyone makes errors, whether you're in high school, college, or even a professional athlete. It's not a matter of if you're going to make an error, it's when. And being able to recover from errors is extremely important if you want to do your best. If you don't know how to recover from errors or neutralize them, it can really derail your performance. So let's get started with neutralizing errors so you can do your best. Chapter 7, Neutralize Errors. John McEnroe is a former #1 ranked professional tennis player, and he said the most important thing is to learn a lesson every time you lose. The second N in zoned in represents neutralize errors. Errors are inevitable, and how you handle them can play a big part in your success as a student or as an athlete. Have you ever experienced a downward spiral when it is difficult to get back on track after a few errors? That's a case of past performances affecting future results. Neutralizing errors can help make sure this does not happen to you. By now, you should realize that errors happen at all levels, so hopefully you are becoming a little more at peace with them. The trick is to look at errors a little differently. Errors can be a phenomenal learning opportunity. Understand that errors will happen. They do not, however, define you, and they only have as much power as you give them. Think of an error as a person you are not particularly fond of or who you see in the hallway at school. He really wants to talk to you, but you really would prefer not to. Smile and then tell him you are really sorry, but you're in a big hurry. After you get past him, you think, he's a nice person, but he always talks about himself and he doesn't care what I have to say. You vow to listen to others more when having conversations. Get the idea? Be at peace with errors and think about what adjustments you can make to get better. Another strategy is to adopt error amnesia. Amnesia is when we forget something or have no recollection of it whatsoever. It is important to understand this concept when it comes to neutralizing errors. It is sometimes common to panic when errors or something perceived as bad happens. It is completely normal, but not too helpful. If you overreact, there is typically a lot of emotion involved. Bringing extra emotion to the situation makes the error even more memorable. Remember imagery training? This has the opposite effect of positive imagery and has an impact similar to practicing a motion or a sequence incorrectly. Use error amnesia, and it can help you neutralize errors and quickly get back on track to doing your best. A great example of error amnesia came from Jack Nicklaus, a very successful and famous golfer a few years back. He made a huge error, missing an easy putt in the beginning of a tournament. When a reporter asked him about it at a press conference, Nicklaus said he had no recollection of the big error. The reporter went one step further and offered to show him a video clip. Nicklaus took off his microphone, looked sternly at the reporter, and said, "I did not make an error. Got it?" He deliberately decided to have no memory of his mistake. Instead, he immediately used proper imagery to reinforce how he should have hit the ball. Like almost everything, this takes practice. You will have to put together a lot of the information that you have already learned to this point to get proficient at neutralizing errors. Is it worth it? Absolutely. So the next time you slip up, just as elite athletes and scholars do, breathe in for 4 counts and out for 4 counts and let the error move out of the way. Then immediately think about what you could have done a little better. Super. You are so close to the finish line. Keep up the amazing work. Now go ahead and continue on to the Neutralize Errors worksheet.